Hello, welcome to Steve's Vintage Mono Builds. Tonight, something special. Going to make Bangus Relleno. It's our anniversary today, 21 years, and she hasn't killed me yet. And this is Bangus, or it's spelled Bangus, B-A-N-G-U-S, Milkfish. This is Milkfish, and this is Milkfish that has been deboned and stuffed. Yeah. Sorry if you don't like the fish head. Well, whatever. Anyways, so what's done here is a nice looking fish. This is heavy too. Okay, so what's done here is the fish is deboned, and it's seasoned inside, and it's marinated in soy sauce and something called calamansi. Calamansi is a little Filipino fruit. Most of them are about that big around, and much like a lime, they serve it with beer, like you would lime with what do you call it, Corona. And also they use it for marinating, not only fish but chicken. They have a dish called chicken inasal, which is the most amazing chicken you've ever tasted. And it's marinated with calamansi and soy sauce and anyways, it just comes out so moist and tender. It's just beautiful. So so I'm a bit of a mess right now because I'm gonna fry fish and I'm gonna get cleaned up after. And the stuffing here, yeah, you can put, well, you can do any kind of stuffing, but generally speaking, it's like breadcrumbs, potatoes, carrots, other types of vegetables, and so on and so forth. So we've got some oil. Traditionally it's fried, but you can also bake it in the oven if you want. But tonight we're going to fry it, and got a nice pot of rice. Obviously, my wife, she's Filipino, and I said, well, can we have like noodles with it? And no, you have to have rice. You gotta have rice with it. Okay, so we got rice with it. Okay, so here we are, and our oil is heated, and you want to be really careful when you do this. And just after you initially put it in, you stand back. All right. Oh, and that's the other thing is when you're frying things, always put them in, lay them down away from you, not towards you. So that way, if anything does splash up, then it's going to go that way, not this way, which is good. So so we got nice frying going on here. I'm trying to find this. Where can you see this? Oh, it's because you're looking at me, not the fish. Okay, there we go. Is that a happy medium? Okay, yeah. Okay, so this has been thoroughly marinated. It was vacuum packed. We had some friends come visit us from the mainland over in Vancouver, and We have a great Filipino community here, but you know, except for home cooked stuff that you can get, there's very few Filipino stores. Although there is one, Kapitbahay, and they're both in Parksville and here in Nanaimo. So you want the oil to be kind of halfway up, and years, my wife still puts the tongs in the thing upside down. Anyways, okay, so here we are. And this one's for you, Peter Oxley. Yeah. Now, you know, like I said, the fish is deboned, so how can you go wrong with that? And nicely stuffed. Tonight, we're going to have the rice and with a side of fresh asparagus. Not from our garden, unfortunately, but yeah. So, the biggest mistake people make when they're frying fish with the skin on, well, when they're frying fish, is they try to move it too quickly. That's what happens a lot with other things too. You gotta let it cook, crisp up enough so that, you know, it can be moved. And so I would have baked this in our little convection oven, but the fish was too big. So, anyways, if you like fish and you haven't tried milkfish, it's a lovely fish. It's, you know, it's a mild white fish, much like tilapia, but I don't think it's farmed like tilapia is. I could be wrong about that. You know what? One of the most beautiful places in the world is Lake Taal in Tagaytay in the Philippines. Yeah, and well, it's not as beautiful as it used to be. What it was there was a volcano cone surrounded by a lake, by a huge lake. And the volcano had been dormant for a long time. And there was a lot of fish farming that went on in Lake Taal. And, you know, it's just one of the most beautiful places. A few years ago, though, the volcano blew. And, you know, it was pretty disastrous for the area. And it blew off the cone completely from the caldera. So it's a shame, but you know, that's what happened. And but anyways, yeah. So you know, the fish farms and the pens, they were all there, and you know, don't believe everything you hear about evil fish farming. There are some problems with it, but it's mostly, not going to get into the politics. Yeah. We're just gonna Yeah, you can see how this is moving now, a little bit. Okay, and just gonna do a little bit of this, get the oil under there. Excuse me. So I made lasagna sauce today. That video is going to come out probably tomorrow after I put it all together. Found a program that, excuse me, I can hopefully stitch 2 videos together so it doesn't have to be part 1 and part 2. But we'll have to see all about that. So, oh, and I use canola oil. You can use other kind of oil. I wouldn't use olive oil. Olive oil has a lower, what they call smoke temperature, and so it's not great for high heat. And of course, one of the best things is you can use safflower oil. You can use corn oil, although it has flavor. And a lot of Chinese recipes use peanut oil because it has a very high burn point. And so now, here's another trick. And you'll have seen this with other dishes, but what you do is you take the oil here, the hot oil, this is what they do with schnitzel when professionals cook schnitzel. They put it in the oil and then they baste it like this. Our non-stick pan is no longer really non-stick. We're getting there. Okay, so I'm going to put it on pause for now, and we'll come back when we're ready to turn the fish. Okay, so now we're ready for the flip, and just like I said, when you're laying the stuff in, you want to make sure to turn it away from you. And this is exactly what you want. You want a little bit of black on these parts, but you can see here that it's all beautifully a lot of people don't like to see the head. Well, what can you do? So this is nice. This is nice and crispy. That's actually what you want because it's a nice contrast to the mild fish. It gives you a real, yeah. So, anyways. You're in a lot of trouble if you go to Asia and handle fish heads. I remember the first time I went to Vietnam years ago. Oh my goodness. And you know, when I was younger, I always traveled rough. I didn't, no luxury hotels for me. It was like backpacking and whatever. Anyways, so yeah, it was and wonderful people, wonderful people. I had great hospitality everywhere I went, and they. But yeah, it's like fish heads and rice, rice and fish heads, fish head soup and rice. And I guess really, when it comes down to it, the most nutrition, the most, is in the head. So, and, I don't gross anybody out. They love the eyes. The eyes. They all go for the eyes. And, I'm sorry guys, but that's not for me. So, you're welcome to the eyes. Ah. And here we go. So we're moving around pretty good here. This bit might have to come off. Only the worst part though. And at this point you want to be really careful because you might have seen there, it's starting to, the fish is starting to break apart. So, like as with any fish, you don't want to overcook it. So at this point, we're just browning up the other side because most of the cooking's been done. And again, swish it around like this. Give it a good go. There you go. Nice platter. Paper towel for the grease. And so I'll pause until we finish up here. Okay, so we're ready to go here. Give it a good drain. And there you have it. Bangus Relleno stuffed milkfish. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting, especially you, Peter. You know, if you ever have a chance, you know, look for the boneless stuffed fish. Look for the boneless stuffed fish, Peter. Yeah, I know you love it. Yeah. A lot of my friends over there in the UK, one of their favorite fish is sea bream, which we don't get much here. I guess it's kind of an English Channel thing. Anyways, but yeah, give the milkfish a try. You may find it, you might have to go to an Asian market, but you may also find it just in the frozen section of your regular grocery store. Alright, so that's it. We're gonna eat some fish, eat some rice, have some asparagus, a little bit more wine. Yes, it's red, and I know it's fish, but I don't like white wine, usually. Anyway. Unless there's nothing else. Okay, so that's it. So thanks for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, give the milkfish a try, and you might have a hard time, you know, finding deboned milkfish. But you know, if there's Filipinos in your area, you know, down in the States, there's like Seafood City and lots of Asian stores like that, and you can often find it like we got it here, vacuum packed, ready to go. So looking forward to it, and nice evening with my beautiful wife. We had a wonderful day, even though it was cold and rainy and windy. But we're nice and snugly warm in our humble home here, and we have our love. What can I say? 21 years, hey! All right, and we're still in love, yeah. So thanks again, and we'll be seeing you soon. And like I said, you know, the lasagna video is going to come. You know, 2 pieces put together. So I expect that'll be out tomorrow night. So thanks again, and have a great evening. Bye now.